Hey guys, this is Joe Yuhan here with giving you some real-time demonstration and discussion about knee alignment. And who better to highlight than one of the very best in ultra running and some of the best running mechanics that I see, and that's Jim Walmsley. And so we're going to look at his knee alignment, and we have a couple videos, one from his 50-mile world record from 2019, and then a clip from Western States. And so as we talked about, what we want to see when he lands or when anyone lands is we want the foot to land underneath the center of mass or the midline here, and they have a straight but angled line going up to the hip. And so the tell there is to have some daylight between the knees. And so let's watch Jim here as he is running, and you'll see in slow motion, he has pretty darn good knee alignment. What I find a little bit interesting, and we have to cut him a little bit of slack because he is over 50K in a 50-mile race at well under sub-6 pace. He has a little bit of a knee wiggle on his right side. And so you'll see some of this also, you can see we're at a little bit of an angle with this clip, so it's somewhat tough to see, but there is a little bit of a knee wiggle on the right that we don't see on the left. But overall, it's pretty darn good for how fast and how far he's running. This alignment and the spacing between his knees, let's watch. So you can see the left one is really great. It really maintains that alignment. The right one just has this little wiggle right there. It just kind of goes in a little tiny bit. You can see also at this pace, he then, in my opinion, that little wiggle is what sort of causes you get a little bit of a drop here. But that's being a little bit picky on Jim, and we'll cut him a little bit of slack. So that's the biggest thing. Again, the tell that we want to see is we want a foot that lands underneath the body and still some daylight here. So now let's be looking at Western States. So this is 2018 Western States coming to Forest Hill. So he's about 61.5 miles at this point. And the first thing that I want you to watch is the spacing here. The next thing that we'll look at once this loads and starts playing is one of the factors that makes his knee alignment as good as it is. So you can see, again, he's just coming out of the canyons. He should be exhausted. We're seeing good knee alignment. We're seeing a straight but angled line from the foot to the hip through the knee. And again, the tell is to have spacing between the knees. So as the camera person loops around, one of the things that makes knee out alignment more sustainable, more doable, less difficult is when you have the sort of stride efficiency that Jim has in the sagittal or the side plane. And so you can look, again, he's 61 miles into this race and he still has this circular stride and his foot is landing pretty close to underneath his body. And that's a big factor because if your foot lands underneath your body, that's minimal landing stress and there's minimal force going into the knee, possibly making it want to wobble or buckle inward. And because he has that nice fluidity throughout his stride, seemingly from the first step at Squaw Valley until he gets to Placer High School, everything else is easier for him. All of the stability things are a lot easier because he's not putting excessive energy